Capricorn. This reading is for the month of December 2020. So before we really delve into your card reading, I want to talk a little bit about what's going on up in the sky this month. On the 14th, we have a new moon that is in Sagittarius. It's a very dynamic energy. It's doing a tango with both Mars and Mercury in a very positive way. So what that really means is that in the middle of the month, around the 14th, it's a great time to communicate ideas, communicate with others, start new, exciting projects. It'll be easy because there'll be so much energy. Now, if you are feeling a sense of restlessness, that will be increased on that day too. So make sure that you have an outlet for a lot of energy on that new moon on the 14th. Then on the 29th, we have a full moon that has the exact opposite energy, which is interesting because it's a full moon. And, you know, there's oftentimes a lot of energy under the surface with a full moon and sometimes volatility. But it's in Cancer, it's very emotional. Neptune is around, making many of us feel nostalgic. So just make sure you're doing some self-care and don't put yourself in any situation around the 29th with someone that maybe you have a volatile relationship or a not particularly safe emotional relationship, just because everything's going to be on the surface plus the full moon, okay? So I just want to see what energy is sort of the umbrella energy for you in the month of December. And ooh, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we will be doing a deeper dive into your big reading, but just know that for this month, some of your blessings will come through this energy. And the Ace of Pentacles is beautiful, especially for a Capricorn. And by the way, happy birthday if you are a December Cappy. So this really represents the potential of building a new empire, basically. It's sort of, it holds the potential for putting plans into play that down the road are going to bring you wealth, or if we're talking about health, starting new health plans. If we're talking about anything that will build solid foundations for you down the road, this is an excellent energy for that. All right? So now we're going to delve a little deeper. Let's see what's coming. On the solstice this year, the 21st, we have a big conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter. And we are now leaving, actually, 200 years of being governed by Earth and moving into 200 years of being governed by air, starting with the sign of Aquarius. I'm actually going to be doing a separate reading on that, so check back next week and how that affects you particularly. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Nice. Nice. Okay, so right away, where this reading is starting, it's talking about something that you've been investing in, and that, you know, you've done the work, you've laid the groundwork, but there's still things to adjust and tweak and work out. And for some of you, you are actually going to be deciding whether you want to continue working on something that just seems like it's not working out. This can be a relationship, this can be a job, this could be a project. But I do have to say, you know, we can't ignore the fact that your near future is the Death card. Now, I am not God. I cannot predict death. This never, when I read, this never predicts a physical death. What it does predict is transition, okay? And for you, what they're saying is that you've invested a lot into a situation, a project, a relationship, and you're hitting a point with it. This is for some of you, not all of you, but I'm speaking to those of you that this is resonating with, okay? You're hitting a point where you pretty much feel like you have three options, right? Which is either you accept the situation as it is 100%, or you change it, or you leave it. And the place you don't want to stay in a relationship, in a project, in a job is you can't accept it, you can't change it, and you aren't leaving it. This will drain you. Now, I've worked with clients over the years who have stayed in a relationship with those three elements for years, and they're exhausted. You know, what this is saying is that if you can't accept or change something, you may need to leave it, okay? Now, this can be something big, this can be something small. I mean, this can be maybe some diet you started and you're not seeing the results that you wanted, so now you're going to change it. This is all about being flexible. So this is where we're starting with this reading. This reading overall is really nice. It's like neutral to positive. I love this. There's a big message here saying that you have done a lot of investment in many things in your life, and because of that, even if one thing right now isn't quite working, you have a reputation, and your investments that you made over time are not going to go nowhere even if you switch your path, okay? So this is oftentimes called the fame card. This is a message from your guides that you have nothing to fear, okay? This says follow through isn't always necessary. Sometimes you want to change a course. All right? Now, interestingly enough, if we're talking about love, I'm switching the topic now. You are represented as the lovers, as somebody who can commit. Many of you want to commit. Many of you are already committed. But in your relationship sector, there are issues of commitment here this month. And they're showing, for some of you, a person who's highly independent. And this may be a great thing, or this may feel like something that's threatening to you. These two things can operate together. You can be in a very committed situation with a person or element that is extremely different from you and highly independent. But if we are talking about love, you just need to make sure you're not committing to someone who's more interested in their own needs than yours, okay? If this is a well-balanced relationship, it's got to be a fascinating relationship because you're two individuals coming together to share. And to me, that's almost the best kind of relationship. If this is not a well-balanced relationship, this is you committing to someone or something that puts their needs first. So you need to decide what this is and where your boundaries are. And again, if something's not working out right now, it may be time for change. Here's your outcome. Right here, we've got a new idea, a new energy, a new concept sort of coming in that makes you suddenly be like, oh, I might need to make a decision and I wasn't really quite ready to make a decision. Don't worry about it. It will work itself out. And your final energy is this beautiful card. Okay, this is the Six of Cups. And it is very much just about enjoying your life and enjoying what you do have, because this is starting with the investments you've made in your life and energy and time and passion, and you get to enjoy those. And I feel like this is a very happy holiday card. So no matter what your holidays look like this year, really appreciating what you do have will go really, really far. All right? And it looks like you do have a lot to be appreciative for. So, Capricorn, I will be checking in with you with the Grand Conjunction reading soon. That happens on the 21st, and the New Year reading. And until then, stay safe. Bye.